It's Week 13 of the National Football League. And coming up next is the Commanders' Offensive Player of the Year. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Commanders and the Packers on Sunday night.
The sun has gone down and the mercury going down as well. To be expected, I guess, here on an autumn night just outside of D.C. at FedEx Field. Tonight we've got... The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Great beginning there under the bright lights of prime time.
Yeah, it takes you back to high school football on a Friday night, doesn't it? When you feel like every eye in the county is on you. In this case, every eye in prime time is on you.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Nice pickup, 10 yards and a first down on the keeper. Looking to throw. Daniels. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Packers, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Love now to pass on first down. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 19 carries, 129 yards, and he threw a touchdown in there for good measure.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward to get the first down.
And a run with Jacobs on first down going nowhere as he stopped well behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second down, Jacobs. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. You talk about this Washington defense.
Well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for, this is what you practice for, this is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
On first and 10, Daniels. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. Off the play fake, Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Looking to throw, Daniels. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Commanders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And the kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You talk about this Washington defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Love looking to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
I'll see if my girl is pulling okay.
This is caught inside the 15. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
I usually park over in that little parking lot with bags and stuff.
Keep this drive going to get enough yardage to move the
I got a friend of mine that lives in
certainly not thinking about taking this one almost the length of the field. But
I'll
that's exactly
be there
what happens here.
I'll be there in a little bit.
What a change of fortunes.
I got some super fire I need to try anyway.
Here's Love. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs from 8 yards out. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Commanders preparing for their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On 1st down, Daniels. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Daniels. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Back to throw. Daniels. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Off play action, Daniels. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. Off the play fake, Daniels. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Taken at the goal line. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing. Love. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Nifty move. A good return there, 17 yards. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Operating from the gun, Daniels. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun. Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up the 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Going back to Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Quan Martin there on the tackle.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
To throw now. Here's Love. That's complete to Wicks. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first. Love now. Out to the left here to Reed. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now Love. That's to Kraft, the tight end. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. To the air again, Love. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Love. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Deron Payne in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards, and that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's to the tight end, Musgrave. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick here is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
The Washington offense set to take over. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Daniels. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. A give to Robinson on the option. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. 2nd down in a yard. Again, it's Robinson. And we'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw. Daniels. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Daniels firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Operating from the gun. Love. He finds his man. Complete. That's Jacobs. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The Commanders back out late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing on 1st down. Daniels. Throwing left side, it's complete. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Eckler diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. The Packer offense heading back for one final first half drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A short throw to Musgrave. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where you see the final score there. C.D. Lamb. What a game. Over 200 yards receiving with 3 touchdown grabs. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Jared Goff, outstanding again as his guys up their record to 10-2 now on the year. And then finally, a good one on Monday Night Football to wrap up the week between the Buffalo Bills and the Las Vegas Raiders. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half.
Likely to make
both
some
these teams with
changes
some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Play action this time with Love. Completes it again to Dobbs. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Love, they go play action now. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Stop short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On play action. Love to throw. That is caught. Touchdown! Romeo Dobbs. with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and that will level the playing field at 17 all. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. First possession of the second half now for Washington. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. To throw on third down. Daniels able to connect with Dotson. Still on his feet. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, 82 yards. And Washington has taken the lead. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point from McManus is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Packers ready to take over offensively. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Play fake. Here's Love. He gets that one complete to Wicks. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-2 matchup.
Jacobs going to try the middle. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit.
They're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Love. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Jahan Dotson getting set for this next drive. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that, because it has been pretty good. but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 22 yards there, a first down. And that throw there going to put him over 4,000 yards passing now for the season, maybe strengthening his MVP consideration.
And you figure with still a handful of games left to play, 5,000 yards is not totally out of the realm of possibility. The way he is playing, I think he's going to get there.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. Going right back to Dodson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11, first down. Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
To throw on second down, Daniels. And that one too wide and incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
That gain on third down, good for 28.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On first down, Daniels looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. From the 23, here's second down and 2. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to throw. Daniels. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. Second down and 6 now. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the fourth. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for it.
And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run for Brian Robinson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out?
And the ball comes out. Love lost it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Love from the gun. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be third and forever. To throw now, here's Love. He's got his target. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball, and he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing. Love. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Jahan Dotson and the Commanders set to take over. They might want to mix something up defensively, because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going to the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2nd and 5. Love now. A short throw to Musgrave. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't even save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 5. To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's complete to Wicks. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So it's a gain of 12 there on the reception, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Glove. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 6. Now Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly, but look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Robinson, he'll try the left side. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Operating from the gun, Daniels. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. A short throw to Musgrave. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. On 1st and 10, Love. That's complete to Dobbs. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. Working out of the gun. Love. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
That gain on 3rd down, good for 28. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On play action. Love to throw. Able to find his man, Kraft. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's a Packers touchdown. Josh Jacobs from 10 yards out. And the Packers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this will be recovered by Washington, and that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And the Washington offense heading out. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So it's the Commanders who come away with a win, and it was thanks in large part to the play of their 2nd-year quarterback.
Yeah, some of these DBs are going to be tossing and turning tonight, partner. He really had their number. Wound up with well over 300 yards passing and 2 touchdowns to boot.
So for Washington, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Packers, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.